Hello, everyone. Today, I'm excited to shed light on a topic that is both fascinating and critical to our understanding of human neurodiversity, autism spectrum disorder, commonly known as ASD. In this presentation, I will be sharing some key characteristics of ASD with you. To begin, I will briefly speak to the etiology of ASD. What is autism spectrum disorder? Per the National Library of Medicine's website, autism spectrum disorders, or ASD, constitute a collection of neurodevelopmental conditions. The exact cause of ASD remains elusive, yet researchers have identified numerous genetic and non-genetic or environmental risk factors. These factors, whether independently or in combination, play a role in the onset of ASD. At present, no specific diagnostic biomarkers exist, and the identification of ASD relies on recognizing characteristic features, which encompass repetitive behaviors and challenges in social communication and interaction. In a 2016 article titled "The Enigma of Autism: Contributions to the Etiology of the Disorder," 4 paradigms were arranged to explain probable causes of ASD and proposals to support those individuals. The 4th paradigm that was shared proposed that neurodiversity sees autism as a cognitive style that is considered one of the several ways that humans express their uniqueness. This paradigm suggests that shifting our verbiage when talking about ASD from having autism to being autistic allows society to understand those with ASD as a different form of understanding the world rather than as a person who needs to be cured. ASD is a complex neurodevelopmental condition that affects individuals in varying degrees across a wide spectrum. Because it impacts social interaction, communication, and behavior, each person's experience is unique. Before we dive deeper into the specific characteristics of ASD, let's explore some key facts about ASD to set the stage for our discussion. Autism is more common than you might think. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, about 1 in 54 children in the United States is diagnosed with ASD. ASD is a spectrum, meaning that individuals can display a broad range of strengths and challenges. No two people with autism are exactly alike. Signs of ASD often appear early in childhood, typically before the age of 3. Early intervention and support can significantly improve outcomes for individuals with autism. While ASD is diagnosed more frequently in boys, reports suggest ASD is 4 times more frequent in boys than in girls. Recent research emphasizes the need for better understanding and recognition of autism in girls, as they may exhibit different symptoms or camouflage their challenges. By delving into the characteristics of ASD, we can foster a more inclusive and empathetic society. Let's embark on this exploration together. In this presentation, I will include the following characteristics of autism spectrum disorder: cognitive and neurological, behavioral and sensory, communication and language, and finally, social. I will also include information about interventions and supports for those individuals with ASD. First, I will discuss the cognitive and neurological characteristics of ASD. So, what are the cognitive and neurological characteristics of ASD? First, it is important to understand brain structure and connectivity when discussing the cognitive and neurological characteristics of ASD. Individuals with ASD often exhibit distinctive neurological patterns, including variations in brain structure and connectivity. Research indicates differences in the size and organization of certain brain regions, highlighting the uniqueness of the neurological landscape in ASD. Also, variations in neural connectivity are observed, which impacts how different parts of the brain communicate. These connectivity variations may contribute to the diverse cognitive and behavioral characteristics associated with ASD. Next, understanding executive functioning challenges is crucial for those with autism spectrum disorder for several reasons. Executive functioning challenges manifest in difficulties with task switching and adapting to changes. Individuals with ASD may find it challenging to shift attention between activities or adjust to unexpected alterations. Challenges in planning and organization are also common, affecting daily activities and academic performance. Strategies involving structured routines and visual aids are often employed to mitigate these challenges. Some individuals with ASD may find limitations in working memory, impacting their ability to temporarily retain and manipulate information. This can influence learning and problem-solving processes. And finally, celebrating cognitive strengths in individuals with autism spectrum disorder is important for several reasons. Many individuals with ASD exhibit exceptional attention to detail. Their focused approach allows for thorough and precise work in various domains. A heightened ability for pattern recognition is a cognitive strength, which can contribute to advanced skills in areas such as mathematics, music, or visual arts. And the capacity for analytical thinking is notable, as individuals with ASD may excel in analyzing information, solving problems, and approaching challenges with a logical mindset. In unraveling the cognitive and neurological tapestry of ASD, we gain insights into the unique characteristics that shape the experiences of individuals on the autism spectrum. Acknowledging both challenges and strengths is vital for fostering understanding and creating supportive environments. Next, I will discuss the behavioral and sensory characteristics of ASD. So, what are the behavioral and sensory characteristics of ASD? Well, to start, while the general population may find success in processing sensory data without requiring conscious thought or cognitive effort, those with ASD are more likely to experience difficulties when attempting to balance the many senses appropriately and at the same time. This is referred to as sensory integration dysfunction, which is when the nervous system has difficulty receiving, filtering, organizing, and making use of sensory information. In a 2012 conference, Lindsay Beal, an occupational therapist, stated that while 5 to 16% of the general population may navigate different types of sensory processing disorders, 90% of those with ASD navigate the overwhelming amount of input that all the senses can create at any given time. Children and adults with ASD may display certain uncommon mannerisms or repetitive behaviors. In fact, repetitive behaviors are a hallmark of ASD, manifesting in the repetition of actions, movements, or vocalizations. Examples include stimming, which is short for self-stimulation, hand flapping, rocking, or repeating words or phrases. Repetitive behaviors often serve a purpose for individuals with ASD. They may provide comfort, alleviate anxiety, or help maintain a sense of predictability in their environment. Many individuals with ASD experience hypersensitivity, which is heightened sensitivity for sensory stimuli. This can result in discomfort or distress and even in intense pain in response to sounds, lights, textures, or smells that might otherwise be tolerable for others. On the other hand, some individuals with ASD may exhibit hyposensitivity, which is characterized by reduced sensitivity to sensory stimuli. They may seek out intense sensory experiences or have a higher threshold for stimuli that might typically bother others. Individuals with ASD often develop intensely focused and specific interests. These interests may be narrow in scope, but are pursued with great enthusiasm and expertise. While these interests can be a source of joy and accomplishment, they may also pose challenges in social interactions if not shared by peers. Understanding and incorporating these interests can be key to engagement. Also, establishing routines and providing predictability can be particularly beneficial. Now, I will discuss the communication and language characteristics of ASD. So, what are the communication and language characteristics of ASD? Language is, and always has been, crucial in communication because it serves as a fundamental tool for expressing thoughts, ideas, emotions, and intentions. The distinctive language characteristics that shape the world of individuals with ASD unveils a spectrum of expression that goes beyond conventional understanding. The spectrum nature of autism spectrum disorders is characterized by a diverse range of communication abilities and challenges among individuals affected. On one end of the spectrum, some individuals with ASD may have relatively strong verbal communication skills, while on the other end, there are those who may experience significant language delays or complete absence of speech. An intriguing domain of autism spectrum disorder is where unique communication strengths emerge as a defining characteristic. In a 2023 article featured on Very Well Health's website, the author stated that many individuals with ASD are visual thinkers and learners. Therefore, many ASD professionals use a myriad of visual tools to help those individuals to learn better and function effectively in their daily lives and routines. For example, a student with ASD may have a very strong visual memory skill that would enable them to excel in tasks that involve visual spatial reasoning and having to recall visual details. Having those students exposed to visual schedules and timers can provide immense support in knowing what to expect, which can reduce anxiety and can facilitate smoother interactions and transitions. Also, many individuals with ASD are often able to communicate with honesty and without judgment. This can be quite refreshing in certain contexts, and those individuals' directness in expressing their opinions can be quite helpful in strengthening social relationships because they are not afraid to be direct. While there are many unique strengths to recognize and celebrate, many individuals with ASD often face challenges in their language and communication. While statistics vary widely, some research shared on the Center for Research website article titled Strengths and Skills for Autistic Students shows that roughly 25 to 30% of autistic children are nonverbal. And without a meaningful way to communicate, those individuals may have no way to let others know how they feel, what they need, or their ideas. For the others on the spectrum who are not nonverbal but still struggle with verbal communication, they may experience delays in language development that can create challenges in expressing thoughts and needs effectively. So, for many on the autism spectrum, they struggle with pragmatic language skills such as turn-taking, maintaining eye contact, and understanding social cues, which can have an effect on the quality of their interactions and relationships. Even some high-functioning autistic children may seem to have only slight delays in language, but may still have problems when attempting to hold a conversation. Recognizing the importance of the diverse communication abilities within the autism spectrum is vital to providing the specific support needed to help those individuals find their self-expression, build and maintain relationships, and explore what language and communication can offer for their unique experiences and perspectives. Finally, I will discuss the social characteristics of ASD. What are the social characteristics of ASD? Well, individuals with ASD may face challenges in initiating conversations. The art of establishing interactions, making small talk, or knowing when and how to engage with others can be areas of great difficulty. Also, maintaining a conversation can be challenging due to a preference for specific topics or a tendency to focus on personal interests. Difficulty in reciprocal turn-taking and recognizing when to contribute can impact the flow of communication, and these challenges can lead to social anxiety and isolation, neither of which support the goal of establishing and maintaining friendships for those individuals with ASD. Individuals with ASD often demonstrate a literal interpretation of language, struggling with figurative expressions, sarcasm, or implied meaning. This often results in misunderstandings in social contexts. Similarly, challenges may arise in interpreting nonverbal cues, such as facial expressions, body language, and tone of voice. This can lead to difficulties in understanding others' emotions and intentions. Furthermore, individuals with autism spectrum disorder often exhibit challenges in developing theory of mind, which is the ability to understand others' thoughts, perspectives, and emotions. This can lead to challenges in predicting and responding appropriately to others' feelings and intentions. Social situations can be unpredictable and challenging to navigate. Difficulty in predicting the behavior of others or understanding unspoken social rules may lead to discomfort and anxiety in various settings. So, establishing routines and predictable social structures can be comforting for individuals with ASD. Changes in plans or unexpected social demands may result in stress and difficulty adapting. While individuals with autism spectrum disorder may experience social challenges, it's important to recognize and celebrate their unique positive social characteristics. Individuals with ASD are often known for their honesty and authenticity. They may have a straightforward and genuine approach to communication, which can be refreshing in social interactions. Also, many individuals with ASD develop intense and highly specialized interests, and this depth of knowledge can make them valuable contributors to conversations and activities related to their passions. And it is also important to note that they can often approach social interactions with a non-judgmental attitude. They may be more accepting of others' differences, which can foster inclusivity in their social circles. Once trust is established, individuals with ASD can be remarkably loyal and committed in their relationships. Their loyalty often extends to family, friends, and colleagues. Understanding and addressing these social characteristics are essential steps in promoting a more inclusive and supportive environment for individuals with ASD, fostering positive social interactions and connections. Before I conclude this presentation, I will discuss some interventions and supports for individuals with autism spectrum disorder. Effective interventions and supports empower individuals with ASD, promoting their development, independence, and quality of life across diverse contexts. To begin, behavioral therapies play a pivotal role in addressing specific challenges in behavior, communication, and social interaction associated with ASD. Applied Behavior Analysis, or ABA, is a data-driven systematic approach that breaks down complex behaviors into smaller, achievable components, and positive reinforcement is used to encourage desired behaviors. ABA is widely utilized to teach a range of skills, including communication, social interactions, and daily living activities. Social skills training is designed to enhance an individual's ability to initiate and maintain social interactions, interpret social cues, and understand others' perspectives. Sessions can cover a variety of social skills, such as turn-taking, sharing, making eye contact, and understanding nonverbal communication. Role-playing and real-life scenarios are used to facilitate practical applications of these skills. An Individualized Education Program, or IEP, is a personalized education plan that outlines specific goals, services, and accommodations for students with ASD. This aids to ensure their success in an academic setting. IEPs encompass academic, behavioral, and social goals tailored to the individual's needs and may include accommodations like modified assignments, preferential seating, or additional support. The accommodations that can be made available to individuals with ASD are adjustments that are made to the learning environment to facilitate access and participation. Examples include visual schedules, sensory breaks, and assistive technology. Individualized accommodations address the unique needs of each student with ASD, thus fostering a supportive and inclusive environment for learning. For the many individuals with autism that cannot speak or that cannot speak clearly, the aid of an augmentative and alternative communication system, or AAC system, can have a large impact on behavioral outcomes. According to a 2011 article authored by Jennifer B. Gans et al., there are unaided systems, such as manual sign language or gestures, and there are aided systems, such as picture symbols, communication boards, or speech-generating devices that both work to facilitate effective communication. These systems might be used temporarily while speech and language skills are being developed, or they might be a primary means of communication for those individuals for their lifetime. Understanding that those with ASD can often struggle with communication in the social setting and in the academic setting, the AAC systems that are available provide a way for those individuals to communicate when they do not have the ability to use verbal speech or writing. Before I conclude this presentation, I would like to share a few final thoughts. In this presentation, intricate and diverse characteristics of autism spectrum disorder were explored. It is crucial to recognize and celebrate the unique strengths, perspectives, and abilities that individuals with ASD bring to our communities. Understanding the behavioral, sensory, cognitive, and social aspects of ASD is a powerful tool. It allows us to create environments that support rather than hinder, fostering a sense of belonging for individuals with ASD. As society continues the journey in learning about ASD, we can cultivate empathy and compassion. By embracing neurodiversity, we pave the way for inclusive futures where everyone, regardless of their neurocognitive profile, can thrive. Finally, our collective understanding and acceptance plays a pivotal role in building supportive communities for individuals with ASD. Together, we can break down barriers, challenge stigmas, and create environments that empower those individuals to reach their full potential. Together, let's build a world where every mind matters and every person is valued. If you would like more information about autism spectrum disorders, here are the references that I used to create this presentation. There are many more available online as well. Thank you for watching.